How's it going? Another wee Pink Floyd lesson. Hope you recognise it. It's obviously Breathe. Nice wee easy song, except for essentially two chords that are a little bit more difficult, as you probably noticed for that a little bit there. Most of them are generally quite easy enough. Certainly most of the sort of the verse starts with well, your main chords are your E minor, and then you've got your A7. So we should really know these chords by now. Two fingers, 4th and 5th strings on the 2nd fret, and then we're playing basically an A with the middle finger lifted off. You can play them with whatever fingers you like. Basically, I tend to find jumping, if I'm using the E minor with my 1st and 2nd fingers, I'll generally play the A7 with that as well, and just jump down. But what we can do, the slight variations on it are we can add basically a finger onto the 2nd string as well while we're playing A7 on and off. So sort of like this, E minor. That type of thing. When you see David Gilmour playing it can get kind of funky, if you like, if David Gilmour's ever been funky. Where you sort of strumming at times, on the acoustic certainly anyway. Again, YouTube videos on him playing it live and acoustic and things like that. You can check them out and work out what sort of version you want to play, but essentially these are the chords that are in it. So again, if we start from the start, we're just basically going round with an E minor and an A7. So we start off with E minor, A7, wee variations. You don't need to add the variation in every time, you can just leave it A7. Easy enough. Okay, so we just go round in a couple of bars of that. The next part of the song is a C major 7. Now C major 7 is essentially just a C chord, whether you play it with the 4 fingers, with the G bass, or if we play it like this. What we basically do is take the bottom finger off your pointing finger. I prefer it like this. I generally play my C chords with the sort of G bass on it, with a 6th string using a G, because I think it sounds a bit fuller. So if I'm using that one, take the 1st finger off. Next chord then is a B minor 7. B minor 7, again, one of your bar chords, unfortunately. So we're barring, if you ever look at the sort of barring lessons, basically what we're doing is we're barring the 1st to 5th strings and we're muting the 6th. And then what we're playing is a sort of A minor shape, if you like. But what we then do is we take the sort of pinky off. It just gives it a little bit more colour. So the A minor shape, which would be normally down here, we're up 2 frets, barring the 1st to 5th string, muting the 6th, and taking the pinky off to give us a B minor 7. We're going for a C major 7. Then we're playing an F major 7. An F major 7 again is just the same as an F, but with the open 1st string. So instead of we have the open 1st string. Okay. And then what we're doing with that is we've got 2 options from the F major 7. Is we can either slide up to the 1st finger on the 3rd fret, or you can play a G. So we can either play or we can play, which I've seen Dave Gilmour doing. Okay, and I preferred this one, if I'm honest. I think it fits in better. So if we start back at the beginning of that section with C major 7, E minor 7, F major 7, slide it up, strums. And then we've got the sort of difficult chords. I'll play that one more time actually. C major 7, 2, 3, 4, B minor 7, 2, 3, 4, F major 7, 3, 4, and then it's G for 2, either that one or this one. And then we've got the two difficult chords. The first one is what's known as a D7 sharp 9, otherwise known generally as the Hendrix chord. Okay, now what it basically is if you imagine I suppose a D7 shape down here normally, sort of triangular shape of the D7. Now what we're doing is we're playing this up here. And what we're basically doing is the first finger is on the 4th string on the 4th fret, and then we're playing this triangular shape from there. So your second finger's 5th string, 5th fret, and your 3rd finger is on the 3rd string, 5th fret. Now that's the main sort of notes of it, the main sort of colour. So what we're doing between the two chords is one is a D7 sharp, it's sharpening, and one is a D7 flattening. So we're actually keeping this sort of triangular shape, but we're basically trying to change this one note. So the first chord would sound like this. Then what we want to do is we want that taken away and onto the 4th fret basically. So the only way you can really do it is by playing this first and then taking that off and kind of doing a mini bar, if you like, with your first finger. So you're sort of barring down here. So it's now ideally we only really want to hit the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th strings. We really don't want the two outer strings, so it would sound like this, it doesn't sound too good, or if we bar it, it's a wee bit awkward sort of thing. So we go through that section and just add those two chords in the end, it should sound like this. C major 7, B minor 7, nice and slow, F major 7, G, back to E minor, so it's again, C major 7, E minor 7, F major 7. So stop calling that a G, really. It's a G major 7 really. Back to E minor and then just repeat through the verse. So a wee quick run through again of what it should all sound like. So start with the E minor. E7, E minor, E7, E minor, E7, C major 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G major 7 for 2. You can, again, taking off the actual original recording, it sounds a lot like sort of backward strumming on it sort of thing to give the back into that sort of scenario. But that's, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, that's all the chords in it. That's everything there. It'll take a wee bit of time, but I would suggest you're not really strumming these sort of D7 sharp 9, as I say this one. You're not really, you're just one strum and a D7 flattening. Just one strum, you're not. So it's a wee bit easier to be more careful what strings you're hitting the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th rather than catching these ones. If you can mute them, even better, you know, that way you've got a more free rein on it. But again, that's it, that's all the chords there. Take from it what you will, add them all together. It's quite a short song, to be fair, but as I say, all the chords are there for you to have a wee mess about with, so hopefully that's been helpful. Okay, thanks, see you later, bye.